Did you know there's a Voodoo shrine in the heart of Accra? This is African Magic Temple, AMT, a Voodoo shrine led by Bokor Voncujovi. For over 30 years, AMT has safeguarded and educated the world about authentic West African spiritual traditions rooted in Ewe Vodu and Afa. Through thousands of hours of online content, AMT has made Voodoo knowledge and practice more accessible.
Then you add it
while
to alcohol.
redefining the global narrative around the practice. We provide spiritual consultations, ancestral feeding rituals to honor your ancestors and empower yourself, as well as a range of various initiations. Every year, AMT welcomes and supports practitioners and knowledge seekers from all walks of life on their journey to connecting and learning more about indigenous African spiritual practices, heritage, and philosophy. Through interactive and experiential shrine tours, AMT has hosted visitors from across the world, including groups from NYU's Public Health Masters Program and Birthright Africa, a diaspora organization based in the US. We are even working with the University of Bremen in Germany to repatriate stolen Voodoo from the colonial period.
Gegenstände seien für die Missionare unchristlich.
And yes, we did speak with the Voodoo through an Afa divination, and they are very much alive. African Magic Temple isn't just a shrine. It's a living bridge between past, present, and future. Did you know there's a Voodoo shrine in the heart of Accra? This is African Magic Temple, AMT, a Voodoo shrine led by Bokor Voncujovi. For over 30 years, AMT has safeguarded and educated the world about authentic West African spiritual traditions rooted in Ewe Vodu and Afa. Through thousands of hours of online content, AMT has made Voodoo knowledge and practice more accessible.
Then you add it
while
to alcohol.
redefining the global narrative around the practice. We provide spiritual consultations, ancestral feeding rituals to honor your ancestors and empower yourself, as well as a range of various initiations. Every year, AMT welcomes and supports practitioners and knowledge seekers from all walks of life on their journey to connecting and learning more about indigenous African spiritual practices, heritage, and philosophy. Through interactive and experiential shrine tours, AMT has hosted visitors from across the world, including groups from NYU's Public Health Masters Program and Birthright Africa, a diaspora organization based in the US. We are even working with the University of Bremen in Germany to repatriate stolen Voodoo from the colonial period.
Gegenstände sein für die Missionare unchristlich.
And yes, we did speak with the Voodoo through an Afa divination, and they are very much alive. African Magic Temple isn't just a shrine. It's a living bridge between past, present, and future.
Okay. Bokor is my phone with you, small one. I should be charging it. A charge really okay that I did for Quebec. Monjina Colo. I don't know. A chairman. When I couldn't worry, I had the got time here. So inside it, you know. I play Bokor John. I play Alan Kuta. Kuta. Kuche. 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 save we no gbanya na mi kwetoni no mo gbanya mi abezi ni alo si aton la ni me woji o yano no akpa no yi ano po aka mi pretend bela me yo America me la fe mo mi awele ka na mi aja agba na mi ande go ta mi de chofi mi kaka po e ya be fufu felo what's an end that keto in keto jilo ah e tre tukui say I should tell him that should tell him that she's sorry. Your sister is in there, should tell her sorry. She should have lived to bury her. Now she has to bury him. And so she is very sorry. But I should tell you to tell her that she is sorry. I should ask you, how are you all? And if you are crying, if you block her, she's already crying to me, so yeah, I should ask, how are you all? You should all take it that this is part of life. But I should tell you that she was betrayed. Somebody betrayed her. And it is that betrayal that led to her sickness, which was cancer. I don't know whether she had a heart problem, because here, yes, there's a heart problem and cancer in her. Liver cancer, yeah. She will continue saying, so how is Ajua? Yeah, how is she? How she's completely devastated. Your big brother, Sule, also is here. Yeah, he brought her to camp. So whatever rites and rituals that are there, according to the family, we should do those things for her spirit. I should ask you people, did they bring did they bring the fingernails and everything? But have they brought the ashes? He said if you are going to go and bring her, it's a lot of money again, so you people should just be satisfied. You can bury her ashes over there, because it will be too much of financial burden on the family. So there's no need, she's already gone. And you can bury her over there, that's okay. Because she knows the challenges that the family has. And she will not put an extra burden on you people that you should bring her ashes. But they should just give her a befitting burial over there, and they can do the funeral here, just like how they do it for other people. So she is okay with that. Okay? You ask. Yeah, but you became Christian.
Yes.
Yeah, she said that one already a long time before I opened the mirror. She said you all were Muslims, but you became Christians. So whichever traditional rites, not necessarily Muslim or Christian, but whatever the elders in the family would do, we should do that for her. Because she said that they were Christian, but they were Muslim before they became
certain things along the way. Yeah. Say I should tell you all that her death is going to be a blessing to you people. She is going to bless you and things will change. She become the sacrificial. Our sister, who I be say, especially Nigerians. Yes, it's a Nigerian, a Yoruba word. I'm not very sure if I understood it properly, but I have an idea that it's something to mean amen, ami, or let it be, or may it come to, something like that. But we are asking our Yoruba brothers and sisters, but people practicing Ifa, to be able to give us some answer. And then Bobby say, oh, Bobby is still coming. I think the Bobby is not on the program. Again, he asked a question. If he were on the program, he would have heard the answer. Then Shine say, how to reconcile with husband. If you want to reconcile with your husband, why don't you go and apologize to whatever brought the problem before the conciliation? If there is some problem need to be resolved, and that is what will bring the reconciliation. So my advice is find some elders and let the elders get involved into whatever is bringing the misunderstanding. Then when they talk about it and they blame who is at fault, and if the two of you come to a common understanding, you can reconcile. There cannot be reconciliation if there is no forgiveness. And there cannot be forgiveness if you don't see where the fault is coming from. The peace of mind said that, Papa, please, I need a precaution, but okay, I have already answered that one, that you need a protection, but you are not in Ghana. Consult our office if you want us to help you. Thank you very much. Then we have Star Dean saying hi. Hello, Star Dean. Thank you for joining. Then we have Akaditi. Say hello, AMT. Hello, Akaditi. Thank you for joining the section. We are grateful. And then let's move on. The Akaditi say Togbi Enuledo. Wali wofu Amerikama dena nudo. Akaditi Enuledo now. Akpe. Then we have Nana Edu. Wow, I'm impressed with the work of the mirror. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. And then let's move up. Anchor is saying, please, can I have your number? Yes, our number is already in our profile, but they will again write it somewhere. You can find it. They will just pin it, so anyone who wants our number can find it here. Thank you. And then we have Esinam has joined the program and sending us love. Thank you very much, Esinam. I'm grateful. I hope you are doing well. Put the plus sign, +1, +233. It will not accept it. Okay. So then the number is there, but it's +233. So we just made it alive, so you should be able to understand that 233 is the country code. Thank you very much. Then we have Al Hassan Emos Bail. Say, what is it, Bilinga? Bilamo. Bilemo. Okay, we have Alasan Amos Bilemo. Say good evening, Father. Good evening to you, Alasan. How are you? Thank you very much for joining the section. Okay, Smart Kiri Gray said, I have joined your fan club for 200 days. Wow, I don't know who created a fan club. TikTok created by themselves. Okay, wow, Kojo, thank you very much. I don't know, I did not create a fan club, but they say somebody is a fan club, is become number whatever. For 200 days, that's quite impressive. That's quite impressive. You are doing well. Thank you very much, Kojo. And then we have King Solomon. He said became the number 9, or King Solomon became the number 9 fan in the fan club. Okay, thank you. And then Agbevivi, our engineer, has put on Bokor, has put on our number, which is Africa Magic Temple number, on the pin it to the program, so that you can pick it's +23326236757. But if he put the plus there, TikTok will not let it come, so he had to remove the plus. But you should know that we are in Ghana. Thank you very much. And then we have Elikplim Biase. Elikplim Biase sending us some no, the Elikplim Biase is somewhere up there. No? Okay, became number 10. Okay, thank you very much, Elikplim. And then we have a Kambe Akari sending us a rose flower times 41. That's impressive. Thank you very much, Kambe Akari. I'm grateful. Then Kambe Akari again sent 1 rose flower, another rose flower times 4. And then King Solomon had sent us hat me times 1. Then Elikplim BSC also sent hat me times 1. We are grateful for all the gifts that you are sending to us. We are grateful, very, very grateful. And then we have a move it up, because we have a lot of people there. We have a Akaditi say, Togbi, what role does meditation play in supernatural development for Voodoo practice? It doesn't play any role at all. Meditation is not of African origin, and it has nothing to do with our Voodoo practices. Meditation is of Oriental, Hindu, mainly Hindu, Buddhism, then maybe Taoism, and Shinto, and Confucianism. Voodoo, we don't meditate. However, meditation is said to relax the mind and make your mind focus on what you want to attain. I have been a yogi and I have been a tantric monk for many years. I have done meditations and everything for years, but what I had done in the past, maybe that's why my mind is focused on what I do now. But when I was meditating, I didn't really get any power. There was no supernatural any development that I had seen, honestly speaking. Until I came back into Voodoo, before I know that people can have power to control nature. In the group that I was in, all these stories of how somebody could control nature and that were only stories that we heard. None of our teachers were able to demonstrate it practically. And those of us who became priests, we weren't able to demonstrate it practically. We only give lip service and tell students and practitioners that, oh, if they continue practicing, one day they will attain that power. But up to today, I have not seen anyone who has attained that power. But in Voodoo, I can practically say that Voodoo can let you know that there is power. If you get the correct Voodoo. If rain is falling and there are Voodoo incantation words you can say and rain will stop. If rain is not falling, there are some Voodoo words or incantations that you can say with certain rituals and rain will start falling. You can even direct the direction of the wind to go another place. I have done meditation for years, since I was 16 years old until when only God knows. I haven't seen much. Maybe it gives me calmness and maybe give me focus. But apart from that, no. The stories in meditation are more than the practical experiences. So don't be deceived that when you cross your leg and you are, say you are meditating, you are getting any power. You're not getting anything. I'm talking from personal experience. I'm not talking from somebody's experience. People like to talk story, just like how they tell you that there is a heaven to go, and you all buy into it. That one day when you die, you will go to heaven and be happy. That's the same story that you get in meditation. People promote it because they want to promote their culture. It's only Africans who do not know how to promote their own culture, and they denigrate their own culture. I had been a Hindu monk for many, many years. From the age of 16, I was being trained as a Hindu monk until I went to India, went to the most holiest city in India where Hinduism is, Benares, Varanasi, or Kashi. It's the same town but with different names. I went and I was trained and I became a regional priest covering Thailand, Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia. So, Togbi Akaditi, concentrate on your Voodoo and find the practical uses of Voodoo to help yourself and to help humanity than to say you are sitting down and meditating. Let's go on. The Amy Ni Salise, first time bump into your page, but I have feeling that you are a good teacher. Thank you. Then we have Pretty. Say, please help me. How? Then Peace of Mind say, please, Papa, I message you on WhatsApp. Okay, when I am done with this, I will look into the WhatsApp and I will reply you. Thank you. And then Peace of Mind, he said, thank you, Daddy. You are very welcome, Peace of Mind. I'm grateful. Let's move on. Then King Solomon said, please, can you explain what atonement is when it comes to African spirituality? I don't know what you mean by atonement. I had just spoken about karma. If you do bad thing will happen to you. You do good thing will come to you. When you say atonement, what do you want to atone for? Let's move on. Say Jack 355, say, I'm sure it Ashe means so shall it be. Thank you very much, Jack. That's what I wanted to hear, someone giving us some answer. Ashe is so shall it be, so mote it be. Okay, in the olden English or spiritual language, we say so mote it be. So shall it be. Thank you very much, Jack 55. And then Wambisa say, Papa, may I be excused waking up early tomorrow? Have a great evening. You too. Thank you very much. I wish you a great day tomorrow. Have a very good evening. Thank you. And then we have a Rich Ross. He said, good evening, Father. Rich Ross, good evening to you. How are you? And how is you and your loved ones? Hope everything is fine. And then we have somebody with the WhatsApp number +614, follow the host, and then they shared the live too. And then Peace of Mind also shared the live, and All Shall Pass 55 shared the live. Thank you all very much for sharing the live. I'm grateful. Then Nana Edu said, will be an honor to study from you, so much knowledge from the craft. I'm very grateful. We are always available to teach and guide. Thank you very much. And then Smart Kid Gray say at Johnny, I agree to, okay, Uncle Johnny, your brother Johnny is there in the US, so get in touch with him. And then Bobby say, is destiny swapping real? I don't know whether anybody can swap anybody's destiny. However, what I know about destiny is that we have negative destiny and we have positive destiny. Negative destiny is called a sevo or bechi in Ewe. And I think negative destiny is called in Akan Nkrabia Boni or Nkrabia Boni. Every human beings have these two, Nkrabia and Nkrabia Boni. If your Nkrabia Boni or your negative destiny is more stronger than your positive destiny, things in your life will not be moving well for you, and you'll be blaming everybody. You can blame witches, you can blame your ancestors, you can blame generational curses, whatever. It is your destiny that is not properly aligned. And if your positive destiny is properly and stronger than your negative destiny, things work positively for you, and things you don't even expect sometimes come to you. So everything depends on your destiny, because your destiny is your God, and is the one that can guide you to gain or to lose. So what people are calling generational curses and all this, it is your own making. It's your destiny. And how come your destiny can be negative and your destiny can be positive, or stronger negative or stronger positive? Because of the actions you take in this lifetime will determine your next life. That's why when you want to take action, think twice. Don't believe and don't think that there is a God somewhere. When you do bad things, you go and beg him to forgive you, and then you are forgiven. What about the person that you have wronged? What's the English word? Who will speak and console that person that you wrong? If you would do wrong and then run into a place and say, oh, God, forgive me, I did a wrong thing. Meanwhile, you have hurt someone, and you are expecting that this God who has nothing to do for the other person will forgive you. Have you wronged the God before the God is the one going to forgive you? If you have wronged someone, go to the person, apologize, and let the person forgive you. That understanding that you can do anything and then go to church or go to any religious place and ask for forgiveness and you'll be forgiven is a scam. Your destiny will add it to your chip, to your memory chip, so that when you are born again in your next life, you pay for it. Let's move forward. And Smart Kid Gray, could you say, I spoke once to the rain while I was in Pompeii, and it stopped until I got to my hotel and it rained. Yes, this is what I'm talking, Kojo. That's what it is. Yes, you need to be able to control that. It's not prayer. It's a practical thing. Thank you very much, Smart Kid Gray. Let's move up. Then Eli Klimbia says, thank you so much for your teachings. I have always feel and know that they have been lying to us. Thank you. Thank you, Eli Klimbia. Thank you. And then, please move it. And then Smart Cake Grace say, rain, cat, and dogs. I was with my kliku. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much for that. And then Micaiah 7:7 says, can't someone control nature through their will without voodoo? Try it if you can, then you know. For me personally, I don't argue with people. Try it if your will can control nature, then you will know and discover it. Because what is voodoo in the first place? Voodoo means spirit. Spirits in nature. That's all that voodoo means. You see, the misunderstanding as if voodoo is something different from nature is what is bringing us backwards. Voodoo is nature. Like I said earlier, when somebody was saying that if you take your voodoo through custom, something like illegal, or they will say maybe you put something. No. Everything that makes a voodoo comes from nature. That's why the Ewe say, Ama, Enye, Ehun. Nature is God. So if you can use your willpower to control nature, that's up to you. But you must try it before you can know. I will not argue with you or say, yes, it is possible. No, it is not possible. But try it. If you are able to be successful, you can teach other people how to use it and help themselves too. That's what we know. Yeah. And then Smart Kid Gray said at Smart Kid Gray, Abraxas, they work. Oh, yes, Abraxas is the universal consciousness. It has no religion. Let's move on. And it has no race or tribe or ethnic city. Abraxas is a universal consciousness that had been existing before the world was created. Anyway, and then I think Bobby is still asking the same question, is destiny swapping real? I've just spoken about it, Bobby. And the peace of mind said, so Papa, how can you go about it if your destiny is not moving well for you? That's why we do consultation, spiritual consultation. And then if you have your negative destiny is the one that is blocking you from moving forward, there are rituals in every spirituality that will solve that problem, where they will do certain things to align your negative destiny with the positive destiny so that there's a balance in your life. The Aves have a way of doing it. Yeah. Okay, let's move. I think it's finished. Go to another platform, let's say. Okay, so we have a meditate, sleep, relax, Omobe music. 558, it said, if I buy a property or car and feel the need to protect my estate spiritually from evil eye, witchcraft, and criminal cruelty, how does AMT work around this matter? We have things, we have talismans that protect people's cars, people's houses. We have voodoos that we set up for people to catch thieves, to protect people and protect your property. That's what it is. We are doing it for people. We have it for ourselves. We are doing it for people too. So there are so many things in AMT. I'm going to talk about some today. And then we have Heru set 228. It's a greetings, Dr. Christopher. Can you tell me about the Asin Cluvito ancestral stuff? Asin Cluvito ancestral stuff. What does it do and how does it connect to you to be ancestor? I don't even know what is the Asin Cluvito ancestral stuff. I have no idea at all, Heru. You must break it down for me to know what is Asin Cluvito ancestral stuff. I have no idea what that is. That's why I said earlier there are so many voodoos and so many spirits in the Ewe cosmology, and for that matter in the whole world, and I don't know all of them. I know what I know and I teach about what I know. Yeah, so I don't know what is the Asin Cluvito ancestral stuff. Please, if you have some more way to break it down for me, I may have an understanding and probably I will be able to say something about it. Thank you. Please, is that the last one there? Okay, Heru said at it goes on the ancestral after. Okay, maybe he's writing more. Or is it continued? It goes on the ancestral altar. I don't know what goes on the ancestral altar because everybody has their ancestral altar very differently. For me, I don't even have any ancestral altar. My ancestors, I feed them on the ground. I only put leaves down and then I pray, call their names, and then feed them. So I don't even have an altar where I have and call this altar ancestral altar. Maybe in the diaspora, you people have created that. So I don't even know what that Asin Cluvitor may be because for us, we don't have any ancestral altar. Even in my own family, we don't even have anything called ancestral altar apart from our ancestral heritage, which is our ancestral stool, where all the ancestors converge in the form of a heritage or stool, where if we want to pray to our ancestors at our home or to offer anything to the ancestors, we pray at the stool house or in front of the stool. But apart from that, we feed the ancestors on the ground. We just put the leaves down. We do whatever. We give them drinks, water, and all other drinks. And then we pray, we call them, and then we feed them with whatever they demand from us to use in feeding them. We don't just feed ancestors with biscuit and things and just put them there. We ask what the ancestors want, and they tell us, and then we go on that line and use whatever they ask us to use in feeding them. We feed them. We feed them on the ground. And sometimes we have some small black bowls, a small earthenware bowls in which we place the food, and then we put it outside the house for them to come and eat. So this Asin Cluvitor ancestral stuff, I've never heard about it, and I've never seen one before. And maybe because we do not have ancestral altar, that's why. I have an altar in my room, but I only put my positive destiny on that altar. And then, of course, some voodoo that I got from Thailand on that altar. And these are the things that I have. I don't have any ancestral altar. So I may not have all. Maybe the people who created this kind of ancestral altars are the people you should ask this question. They may be in a very good position to be able to answer that question for you. I'm very sorry I couldn't answer, but that's my take on your question. Thank you very much. Say it's okay to do libation outside even if it is raining or even windy. Of course, you can pour libation at any time. But when it is raining and you are pouring libation in the rain will be washing away the liquid you are using to pour libation to your ancestors. And also when it is windy and you are pouring libation, the wind will be blowing the drink that you are using in pouring the libation. So it will be advisable, even if it is raining and you want to pour libation, or if it is windy and you want to pour libation, please stay at a place where the rain is not falling directly into the drink or falling on you. So like a corridor, and you can pray there, and your ancestors will accept your offering and your libation. Thank you. Okay, so we have a peace of mind. So, Papa, how can you go about it? Okay, that's what I've just explained that one. Contact our number and they will give you guidance. You say you have sent me a WhatsApp, so we can talk about it later. Thank you. And then Leo became number 11 fan in the fan club. Thank you very much, Leo. And Leo went on to say, hello, Papa. Thanks for all you have been doing for the human race. I'm grateful and thank you all for being part of this great awakening. That's what I'll call it. And Peace of Mind say, thank you so much for your explanation, Papa. And thank you too. And Leo say, I wish to ask if the name is Voodoo or Voodoo. Okay. The name is can be any. The Eves have so many dialects. The Eves have so many dialects within the same Ewe language. Depending on the part of Ewe land that the person comes from, it goes with its dialect. People from the Fon, who are closer to the Fon people in the Benin Republic, the Eves there and the Fon people, they even call it Voodoo, which will be Voudun, Voodoo, because the language, the dialect there has a more of nasal tonation. So instead of calling it Voodoo, they say Voodoo, because their language there's a lot of nasal pronunciation. Then, what do you call it? Where is the question? Let me see here. Then when you come towards Togo, people call it in order when they do movies, they write it Voodoo. So people spell it that Voodoo. I think we also have used that in our. Did we use that one?
Yes.
Voodoo.
No, please.
We
It's just to do like a tag, reference tag.
okay to refer what we are talking about. So people call it Voodoo, Vodu. That's the word. Then when you come again closer to some dialect tribes in Anglo area, they even don't call it Voodoo, they call it Vedu, 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 not Voodoo, not Voodoo, but Vedu. They call it Vedu. But if you are an Ewe, all these names, the way it is pronounced, whether it's Voodoo, Voodoo, or Voodoo, or Vedu, you understood what it means. It means spirit. The spelling of the name does not change the work that Voodoo does. And when you leave the southern Eves or the coastal Eves and you are going towards the central and the northern Ewe land, we don't even call it Vedu, Voodoo, or Voodoo. We call it Bokor. We call it Bokor, which is spirit. So every language has a lot of dialects. So the spelling of the name does not change the effect of the entity or the energy or the spirit. So that's why for me, I don't really try to dwell on the way people spell the word Voodoo. I talk about what it can do and how it can be used for a progress, development of humanity. That's what it is. So it doesn't really matter whether people spell it with Vudu or Vodu or Voodoo or Vedu. It does not really matter. Leo. So that's the spelling of it doesn't matter, unless of course you are writing grammatically, trying to explain something in an essay or in a writing form. Then you will use the correct spelling that is being written in the dictionaries or in books. Then you can use that. Otherwise, you can just use any of the names, and if the people you are talking to understand, that's fine. And then King Solomon said, Papa, why don't you believe in a generational? Because I don't believe, because I am a practical person. You don't believe in what people talk about. I don't believe in generational curses. Whose generation am I getting cursed from? Karma is what you do. That's why I believe in karma. Whatever you do, you reap what you sow. Even Jesus Christ said that way in the Bible. It is not the same. When you are talking about generational curses, you are telling yourself that your ancestors have made some mistake and you are coming to pay for it. Then you are angry with your ancestors and calling them ritualists and calling them all kind of names. But if you know it is your own doing and you are paying for it, you don't blame anybody. Christianity likes to put blame on things on others, the things that they did, instead of asking for a way to create. I don't want to call forgiveness. Instead of them coming in agreement with what they have done, they always want to blame somebody called Satan, or blame some family people, or blame some family deity, or blame something else. I don't believe in those things. They don't exist. What you do is what you get. If you sow corn, you cannot expect to reap millet. So where is the generational curses? Karma is, if you sow good seed, you reap good seed. You reap good crops. But when people told you that, oh, it was your ancestors who did some mistake, that's why you are suffering today, then you look at your ancestors as evil people. This is why I don't believe in generational curses. If you believe, I don't have any problem with that. I don't have any problem with your belief. But I personally, I don't teach those things, because I have gone through a lot of things and know what is right and what is wrong. And I follow the principles of nature. So Christians call it curses and spiritualists call it karma. It's not spiritualists call it karma. It is karma is a word. It's a Hindu word. The English word for karma is action and reaction. The word karma is a Hindu Sanskrit word. And when you translate karma into English, you get reaction and reaction. And if you go into science, those of you who did science, you will know that every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So it's not a question of the name, karma, or this thing. If you do bad, you get bad result. And then Smart Kid Grace said, probably the stool, okay, your maternal stool. Yes, I know that one. We thank God for everything. Then Kambe Akari sending us 2 rose flowers. Thank you. And then Anka shared the live. We are very grateful. And then let's go up. Then all shall pass 55 say, Papa. I said, please, Papa, can we get your number? We have already put the number there. It's there. Please, you missed it. It's in the comments. We had put it earlier. Then Kambe Akari again sent us 2 rose flowers. I'm grateful for all the gifts, Kambe Akari. I'm grateful. Thank you very much. And then Peace of Mind say, wow. Let's move. Okay, peace of mind. Say, wow, Papa, please, are you coming from North Town district? No, I'm not from Town. I'm not from Town at all. But I speak all Ewe dialects. I speak almost all the Ewe dialects. That's why I'm able to refer to all these things. I am from the Northern Central Ewe tribe, or I will not call it tribe, but ethnic group. Yeah. So, but I interacted with all Ewe ethnic dialects. So I speak almost all Ewe dialects. That's why I can tell what is what. Thank you. And then we have Eliklim Biase say every cause has an effect. Exactly, cause and effect. That is what karma is. When you talk about karma, Bobby was trying to say something that the spiritualists call it, Christian call it. It does not matter what they call it. Action and reaction, cause and effect. When you have you sow bad seed, you reap bad seed. You do bad action, you get bad result. If the cause is bad, the effect will be equally bad. If you learn that very early in life, you will live a peaceful life because you will not go doing things thinking that you can go free and nothing will worry you. Okay, so Eliquimbia send us one rose flower. Thank you very much. And our technical Bokor Agbevivi has given us the number of Africa Magic Temple. And then Peace of Mind say, okay, nice. I'm coming from Bato. Yes, I've been to Bato, where I have a lot of Bato people who are very close to me. I think 2 years ago, we were in Bato for the Easter holiday. Yes, yes. Like sometimes I go to Mepe and all those places. So, and I even have my junior sister who is no more has given birth to people from Bato in Adidokwi. So I have a whole lot of people. I speak almost all the dialects, every dialect. Thank you very much, Peace of Mind. I'm grateful. Let's move on. And then Heru is saying thank you, and thank you to Heru. And the Heru went to say, Dr. Christopher, how big of an influence does numerology and your date of birth has on a person's destiny, if any influence? Okay. In Ewe Vodu, your name can have an influence on you. And I think in general spirituality, the name given to you can have influence on your destiny. That's why I gave my children Ewe names that relate to destiny. And as they grow and I'm looking at them, I can see that it is it affects or it has effect on their personalities. Almost all of them. But the Ewe names have a very strong meaning. Let's take one like Wolako, which is actually the name of one of my eldest sons, Wolako. And what does Wolako means? Wola means the creator. Let's call him God. Ko, which means only. So when they give you a name like Wolako, means you are saying only the creator. And I think that is why the mother gave the Akan name J Nyami, which is the opposite of Ewe name Wolako, and the Akan name is J Nyami, unless God, only God. And then I have Sena, which means the gift from destiny. So people's name has influence on, or has some influence or effect on their name. Just like when they call somebody Satan, definitely as the time goes, the person's behavior will be very, very bad and disturbing people, because Satan is just an imagination. It's not something that exists, but because people imagine it, that imaginative influence will have effect on the person when that name is being called continuously. However, numerology is an art, also more of Asian and what do you call it? Oriental. Hello. Clock it. I know they're coming. Kokarura boy. This is the one I'm talking about. You can pluck it like this. So put that one so that it doesn't disturb the gimbal at all. I gave one in my car to Kofi, and by the time he left the car to the house, he lost it. It's a different one. It moves. The head can move around.
The yellow one.
No, it's a very white, a silver one. I just got it from China, and it is something. It's not straight, like you can twist it to different angles. Well, he just took it from. He took it from my car before he get to the house here. He didn't know where he kept it until today. But that one is, and then you become a number one personality. And then when they go into reading the number one personality, it will show some kind of influence on you. However, in Voodoo, we don't use numerology, and we don't use very much of astrology. Astrology, numerology, palmistry, and the facial reading and graphology, which is handwriting. I studied all this at one time in my life when I was on my journey. But in Voodoo, when certain kind of rituals are done for you, it actually exceeds all this numerology, astrology, graphology, call it logi. It is more than that. Once the real thing is seen and it is done for you, things change, because all that you need in your destiny is to make your destiny become more positive than negative. Of course, the Orientals or the Asians, they use more of the stars or the phases of the moon and the sun and the stars to do their reading. That is their own. We on this side of the world, the black people from West Africa and the Ewe people, we are not from Asia. We are not from India or from China or any. Okay, good afternoon, good evening, and good morning to you, wherever you may be this very precious moment. Thank you all very much for coming to the African Magic Temple ReVodution Voodoo Q&A live streaming. I am your host, Bokor Christopher Voncujovi. Please thank you all very much for joining today's live streaming. I'm going to pour libation, and then we will continue to read your messages, your greetings, and your questions. Thank you all very much. Today, I am not feeling that great. My health is not that great, so I will be spending only a very short time with you. Thank you all for being here. So when you have any question, please just post your question and I'll try as much as possible to answer your questions. I am grateful. Oh, ago mauga. Ago mauga. Ago mauga. Mauga sobolisa medo ago. Mauga kitikata medo ago. Mauga ese medo ago. Ese joto ame joto. Ese na anu ame. Sete da anu ame. Woman of heavy. Dokun of heavy. Woman of heavy maybe an anu dokun of heavy or beno. Dokun of heavy maybe an anu woman of heavy or senya me yo medo ago. Me yo sheme ham for a shop, semi for a shop, medo ago. We have Abraxas, 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 Abraxas. My yours yet, when yours the adreco do go, yet adreco of viva cuna. Who verso ton, who verso ton, who verso reca, may yo do ago. Me yo mianozo, gie, aniruzo, kakachicas, bojadre. Me alla fabenya blamila, queen, blamila, Juru Holland, Yora. I'm going by my Joe floor for playing by my duadical. When I blame my teku, etega. Oh, my, a kind bet you, a kind money, a kind jev, a kind music, a kind trove, a kind menu, a kind to fear, a kind. My me, a tabaka, a kind. Philip, I remember a haja, dolo, a couple about my doju, the fear to a band's romated doju, my yomi nuda, my yomi hogba, my yomi bow, capua, Zango, I am a preview, like you're a kicker wood, job, but that job, my for come volume module, the chima vol Voodoo and video, cuckoo, taller for me, Jobany or here velo. Jobany, meto I am all module, toa, and quite a new living but over job. Two zopled woman or the fellow cow, Jopata very happy edge of one bajo, ye jopata or pefia, Jopata, metrona, mebeda molo, a vifagbe, early dinner. Jopata neno anyi apemia ajolo jopata jopata ayenya atefe meyolo wa mesime gbo jide to tagbe dente abape lurutizu bolu ajima ogbojukulo doja lo fe nkome valenti fafa melo valo jona pefu agosapa te meyolo atigeli meyo koro fodu meyora ken ala fia yeme yo amaganse segeja papa sese sese geje o me yo brahini me yo bobochi me yo ngbe foli ko mo ke gomli godo kuche kuma kabla ngato bonyo kuto bena fana milo yo toni ko se poku akubia yo no nyemeri akoso goku foni ko geje tasinya amosi fusi jam koso abra ko bra mama nye bodwe mba to bonya goku kofi to bonya kubia mensa mama nye ndoro efe ngbe pekuno kuto bena fana mi me yo fe nya Celestine ya wakubia Catherine akubia fo ya sense ko do fo nya ya be na akubia kuto bena fana milo me yo mi asra mbo chucha chufe akubia Cecilia akpene e ka tepe mensa kuto bena fana mi yawo no tuji bako tuji tabo tuji me yora ko kini hasa tonchi bara su bara bonana kutuma ne fana me yo bako adafli so fa hu agovi bako fa cha jo le hono le va akpo hono le gbe abega to ba maze kutuma ne fana mi me to gena entre tu le jita to ba Abraham jivenu e chama to fia to Simon Kabila Benja na si Daniel Evie Pomerale agbado e Nigeria kutuma ne fana mi me yo amaga ko ku anatovi ankaima kutuma ne fana bako kutuma ne fana me yo happy akoso abaji kutuma ne fana mi me yo bako beyo Harrison George ajovu kutomene fana beyo bokoko me azuma agboviyo to bokoko avi ajoge yo venunye Benis asense meyo Ruben Komla akubia kutomene fana mi opete meyo Trevivio Ibrahim yo beje kubia bi ogbe bi po ijimele bacho nyano ngwateshi mate mama tichuru carpenter road view bete kutomene fana mi meyo enonye abe Alice Afua Bekri to bene fana mi bora sineri doneba khamane fana mi no ya Trevivio Ibrahim yo geje vio kubia vio gbe vio po ijimele bacho yanu ngwa teshi mate mama te to carpenter road okwa igono spinters road vio bete kuto bene fana mi ya meyo awudi dafa me chi ava bagbe pe vio adape jaga bagbodo vi me ku acha bodo zuma la bato me yora keke ya meyo ekologo ho chiche yo to be grim do me yo to be chuma nyamli afo hara na me obete zambote me yo miara yo gojo me yo na sakumo no pleto pete me yo wa bochi sakra ka me chava be adogo ko to ko li don ko kunu ma ko gbe to be ale a cho franta mani fifin ko be sinkra ko fito jaba ko cho tu ko fito ha ko fito atra kable me yo mi opportunity. To we hope but to magba vodo to ra ho na ma ya za pasa ri kunyo pa to ko shinyo ko. Me yo aplege de ma pesa me yo ko chino ko echi ajemu no ko echi ngoli wo ko echi chivi. Ta me de here ke de bo he pesa ye de pesa. To be de pesa. Ta ide pesa. Ye nyo wole popelo. Sinari kai. Ah no mi ka to we mama pete mi ho aha. Miana mi buono to amakore. Miana asinedi. These things you put are very beautiful things, but the one with the oil, you see, is not going to be this bottle. I would prefer you use the same bottle that we are going to put this in, because if you are advertising this particular bottle, that means we have to get these bottles made for us. The rest of the containers, yes, we have them be made for us. You understand? But the aura enhancing soap, that is not it's not supposed to be wood and all this thing. That's a wrong writing, because the aura enhancing soap is black and it is not wood. Like, why do you people do it like this? The soap is black and you are putting wood at the. That is ajo.
That's a big opportunity. So
yeah, you should be able to what do you call it? You should be able to edit and make sure it is what before you show it to people. Otherwise, we're making a mistake saying what we are doing and it is not. Because you shouldn't show it to people when you are not sure. Because if it's aura enhancing soap, you put wood and other things here. How can aura enhancing soap be a wood? It's supposed to be, that should be ajo. That is fumigation. And then the attraction cream, yes, we can say that is sugu is fine. But the ones that we say aura enhancing soap, and you know the soap is black. Why do you do these ones like this? It should not be something we just want to show to people, and then later we will be finding ways to answer questions. Please come and put this this one off. Marina. Okay, let's see what we have on the question board and the comments. Okay, so we have a question on TikTok coming on African Magic Temple coming from McCaffrey 360, asking the question, Father, what are the importance of Ade Ehehe? Okay, McCaffrey, the problem is at African Magic Temple, we don't do anything without really asking the spirit well or through consultation. However, if you do a consultation with us and it appears in your reading that you should do at the or feed the hunter spirit. The hunter spirit is a spirit that our ancestors had, which will go out when they go out into the bush to kill animal and bring back home as food or as business. So in today's context, is the same spirit that if you take your pen or you take your laptop or you take your computer or you take your phone and you are reaching out to the world or reaching out to other people, whether they are in your community or they are not in your community, you are reaching out to them to do business, then as a spirit, as a deity, will try to help you to attract good kill, to attract good customers, and also to help you look good in front of the people you are working with and bring good luck to you. So Ade, as a spirit or deity in every traditional spirituality, is to bring good things home. So today we don't go to the bush for game, just like how our ancestors did in those days. But we use our computers, we use our pen, we use our brain, we use all other things that are available to us in this present day to attract people to our business, or to attract a kill, to be able to bring back food home. So at the main thing in feeding Togbe Ade is to empower Ade in order to open doors for you, so that whatever you are looking for, you'll be able to achieve. So this is the importance of Ade. Togbe Ade. Thank you very much. And then we have a Kelly Boy 580 saying hi. Hello, Kelly Boy. Thank you very much for joining today's section. I hope you and your loved ones are fine. And then we have a Kojo documentary. So what are the spiritual causes of stagnation, disappointments, and bad luck? There are so many different spiritual causes of stagnation and bad luck. Each and every one has what happens to them. We are not all equal. What is disturbing my stagnation, or what is bringing out my stagnation or bad luck, may be different from yours. For some people, it is their own selves who, the way they deal with human beings is what brings or brought stagnation in their life. Take, for instance, someone gives you, wants to give you a job and ask you to come and make an estimate. And maybe looking at the person, and you realize that, oh, the person who wants you to give them an estimate, it looks like a rich person. So in your mind, you want to overprice the items as well as your workmanship. Of course, the person will not want to work with you. He will look for someone else whose price range will be more acceptable to him than yours. That's where sometimes ourselves come in. A lot of people come and say, oh, they come to our shrine and say, oh, when I give estimate to people, they don't return to call me to work, they give it to somebody. You have to re-look at yourself and see what you are doing wrong. Maybe you are overpricing things or overcharging, and everybody suffers. Even if you're a millionaire, it still has to work in order to get his money to replenish what he or she has lost. So you have to be very careful. Sometimes the way you behave, your punctuality, and the way you talk, the way you react to people, that will also push people away. So that is one cause. Maybe the cause of one particular stagnation in a particular person. In other people, the stagnation could be from your ancestors, that you have abandoned them and you pretend not to know that they existed, or you forgot that it is their DNA that runs in your blood and or in your body, and you think that you are your grandfather was from Jerusalem, so you wanted to be more like the child of Abraham being your grandfather, which is a lie. Abraham is not your grandfather. He can never be your grandfather, even though the Bible told you so. You must know and look at yourself who you are. You are a black man, and you are an African. You are a white person. You are a Caucasian. What relationship do you have with Abraham? In which way? Can they trace Abraham's DNA in yours? You have to look at all that and make a right choice. So your stagnation may come from that of denying your ancestors their rightful place. Instead of just Where do you know? Okay. If you say Ram, say my father, okay. I mean, never call me and Amanya. So sometimes could be from that you have denied yourself the rightful place to be, and sometimes it also could be from deities that were in your destiny that came into the world with you, and you don't know them, so you may not be able to attend to them to project you further than what you are. Some also could be coming from envy, jealousy towards you from people you interact with every day or on different occasions. So the truth about why there is a stagnation in our lives is until you do a spiritual consultation, you may not really know where your stagnation is coming from. That is why it is advisable that before you embark on any spiritual journey or embark on any physical journey for that matter, you should first do a spiritual consultation to figure out where you are lacking, what is happening behind the scene. Then, with that tool in your hands, you can now face the world squarely, knowing exactly what to do to overcome the stagnation and that lack. So, Kojo documentary, that is my answer to your question. Thank you very much. And then we have the Lord is my shepherd. So Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. Idolatry will lead to the hell after death. Okay, thank you very much. The Lord is my shepherd. I'm not interested in your religion. You can go to heaven. I don't have a problem. If I don't go to heaven, what is your issue? I don't want to go to heaven. So what is your issue? If I don't go to heaven, what is your issue with it? I'm not saying don't go. Go. Do whatever you can do to take you to heaven. I am not interested in your heaven. And if I don't go to heaven or I die, what is your problem? If I die and I don't go to heaven, what is your issue? I mean, are you my father's son or you are my mother's brother? Think about yourself and find a way to find your way to your heaven. I am not interested. Jesus Christ said in the Bible that people have log of wood on their eye, but they are telling other people that they want to remove speck of wood from the other person's eye. Have you removed the log of wood on your eyes before telling me about death and heaven? Go. I am not stopping you. But don't stop me because I don't need your God. And then we have a Kojo document. Say, thank you very much, sir. You are very much welcome. And then McAfee 360 is, Father, who do I reconnect to? My ancestors want to talk to my ancestors. I want to talk to my ancestors. Before you can talk to your ancestors, you need to do a consultation. You can't talk to your ancestors because you don't know how to talk to your ancestors. Of course, you can pour libation and with water, with drinks, with whatever you want to use in pouring libation. But you need to know the process. And I have been teaching the process every day here, or every Sunday when I teach. I pour libation. I call the names of my ancestors. So you should start from there. And if you really want to connect to your ancestors by knowing what they want you to do and how they can guide you, I will advise you that you do a spiritual consultation, and then you can connect with your ancestors on one level or another level. Thank you very much for that. And then we have the McAfee 360 say, thank you, Father. You are very much welcome, McAfee. I'm very grateful. And then we have Miss Sedem say, is it possible to be separated from your spiritual husband? I don't know anything about spiritual husband. I had always said it here that I Christopher Voncujovi on my own spiritual, from my own spiritual journey for the past 45 to 50 years. I've not come across anything called spiritual husband. I only hear about this in Christianity. So I cannot tell you how to separate from your spiritual husband. Go to the people who advise you about spiritual husbands. They may be able to give you an idea how to separate from your spiritual husband. I have no idea about any spiritual wife or any spiritual. I don't have any idea. Thank you very much, Miss Sedem. Let's move on. And then we are on African Magic Temple on Facebook. And we have our brother Anglon Jata. He said, awesome work. Thank you very much, Cephas. How are you? Thank you very much. I hope you are well and you and your loved ones are doing well. Happy holidays. And then we have Jitok Bonhosu. He said, greetings, Bokor Voncujovi. Hello, Jitok Bonhosu. Tabi, how are you? Thank you very much for joining today's section. I hope you and your loved ones are doing well. And then we have my niece there, Ivy, and I'm Hills. Hillis, it's greetings, Papa. Hello, and how are you? Thank you very much. I hope you and your siblings are doing well. My regards to brother and your big sister. I'm grateful. Yeah. And then we have we are on ReVodution Voodoo, but there's no question there yet. Okay. Go to go to YouTube and let's see if we have some question there. Okay, Kwesi Mafori. Yeah, Kwesi said, get better soon, Papa. Thank you very much, my brother. How are you? How is family? And how is your big man, my boss? I hope he is doing well. My regards to the whole family. Thank you very much for joining the section today. I'm grateful. Yeah. Okay. Then we are on TikTok again, the African Magic Temple on TikTok. It's a Kojo documentary. Which days are the shrine open for consultation? We are open 7 days a week, but not 24 hours. We are open 7 days a week, but not 24 hours. You take the shrine's number and then you call and make all the enquiries that you want, and then book an appointment if you want a consultation to be done for you. I think your cable is shaking. The cable coming joining the monitor.
Okay. Just a second.
Okay, so Kojo documentary, you should take our number, make a call, make all the necessary enquiries, and then you can book an appointment. We will be there to attend to you when we know when you are coming. We are very grateful. Thank you very much. You see, there are so many people in this world who are lost, and they thought that they know so much. African traditional spirituality is not a joke. African traditional spirituality is a practical thing. And when you start practicing African traditional spirituality and learning the real things of life, you will forget about all these illusions that you were told that Abraham is your grandfather, Jesus Christ is your savior. Who kills more people in this world than the Christians and the Muslims when it comes to God? There is no religion that was made by man or by whatever had ever killed more people than Christianity and Islam. And yet still you tell me the Lord is your shepherd. You shall not want. Before you are hungry, you shall not want. Before you are begging people who are not Christians. Your governments go to China to go and beg for loans to feed you people. Your governments go to Japan to go and beg for money to come and develop your country. And you keep telling yourself every day, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. You want to. You should know that you want. The person who made that psalm, David, who made that psalm or that song or poem, that the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He did not want. And David was not a Christian. You should all be aware that King David in the Bible and King Solomon in the Bible, they were not Christians. They were traditionalists. Long before Jesus Christ was born, before Christianity came into existence, they were traditional people. So don't deceive yourselves. Stop deceiving yourselves, thinking that when you write that kind of statement that the Lord is my shepherd, and you think that you are actually making some great thing about yourself. You are just disgracing yourself. You who is hungry and you don't have clothes to wear, you are looking for money to pay your rent, looking for money to pay your school fees for your kindergarten children, or to look after your sick mother, and you are telling yourself that the Lord is my shepherd. Where is the Lord your shepherd? Are you a sheep? And the Lord is your shepherd, you shall not want. Before you are hungry. The person who wrote that poem wasn't hungry. And he knew what he was doing, and he knew how he experienced what will I say, the benefits of divinity. That's why he could write that poem or song that the Lord is my shepherd. You have not, you are hungry and you are looking for a way out, finding a way to go to travel outside your Africa to go and look for greener pastures, and you are not making any progress, and you are telling me the Lord is your shepherd. Let the Lord be your shepherd. Me too, my Lord is my shepherd. I don't want. I have enough to live on. So I can proudly say that the Lord is my shepherd. Yeah, let's move on if we have anything there. We have someone with the name Gateway Importation. Say the number, please. Okay, we have just above your question. Our number is there. And if you call the number, or when you call the number, they will give you the location. But if you also want, you can look for the location on the Google map. Type in Africa Magic Temple, and the Google map or Google location will take you straight to where we are. Thank you very much. And then we have a move on. Yeah, we have answered that question already. And then McAfee 360 said, Father, don't mind them. Yes, I mean, I just have to put some sense into their head because they think they know so much. You know how many years Christianity has been in this country before we are still hungry? Or do you know how many years Christianity has been in Africa before we are still suffering here? Keep telling yourself the Lord is your shepherd. Let's go ahead. And then we have fact and fact. Where are you located? We are located in Accra, Ghana, on the Spinters Road. You can Google our location and you will find it, or you can call our number and book an appointment. Thank you very much. Okay, Gateway Importation say yes, and then say okay, sir. Thank you very much. Then we have LFTM. To be candid, King Solomon and King David were not Christians at all. They practiced Judaism. Exactly. Thank you very much, LFTM. But you see, the African who is so stupid and ignorant think that because King David and King Solomon and all the people they have written about are in the Bible, so they were Christians. They weren't Christians. Please, Christianity came long after King David and Solomon and all those people died. So they were not Christians, so don't tell me about spirituality. You don't know anything. The people who keep deceiving themselves, thinking they are deceiving others. You can fool some people sometime, but you cannot fool all the people all the time. Thank you. Let's move on. And then we have McAfee. Father, what are the right time for pouring libation? Okay, McAfee 360. There is no right time for pouring libation. You can pour libation at any time that you find it comfortable and convenient to pour libation. You can pour libation at any time, and there is no particular location that you have to be before pouring libation. Pour libation at anywhere, because in truth, your ancestors live within you. They are the DNA that runs your body. So you can pray to them, you can pour libation to them at any time, at anywhere, and they will understand. Thank you very much. And then we have George Jackson sending us 1 rose flower times 1. We're very grateful to you, George Jackson. We are grateful. And then we move on. And then we are, okay, I think that's it for now. Okay. Okay, so if there is no, what do you call it? There is no question at the moment, you can play some videos, play some few videos, and then we'll come back to them again.
Did you know there's a Voodoo shrine in the heart of Accra? This is African Magic Temple, AMT, a Voodoo shrine led by Bokor Christopher Voncujovi. For over 30 years, AMT has safeguarded and educated the world about authentic West African spiritual traditions rooted in Ewe Vodu and Afa. Through thousands of hours of online content, AMT has made Voodoo knowledge and practice more accessible.
Then you add it
while
to alcohol.
redefining the global narrative around the practice. We provide spiritual consultations, ancestral feeding rituals to honor your ancestors and empower yourself.
I am Akwesi from Kumasi. Can you please check what's in front of me? Yes, a big C and Akwesi from Kumasi. For me, I don't do reading while I am doing my live section, because I don't know you. You too, you don't know me. I cannot just sit here and by reading your message and I'll start telling you anything about you. I am not a spirit. I am a human being like you, and I am not a deity, and I am not a god. So I cannot know anything about you unless you do consultation. And how do you do consultation? We have our number. Call our number. Then you make all the enquiries. They will guide you on how we can do check-in for you. And once you follow our guidance, we will now introduce your concerns to the spirit world, either through afar consultation or mirror or other things that we have to connect with the spirit world. And when the spirit world tells us what is happening in your life, because they are spirits, they will be able to figure out what is going on in your world. They will tell us, and then we will reach back to you to explain to you what our spirits have seen. And if what they would say correspond with what is disturbing you, then they will also give us direction on what to do to alleviate you from your current situation. This is what, and this is how African Magic Temple works. We are not those sham spiritualists who just without knowing you will begin to tell you things, just like how the pastors will see you and tell you that God told them to tell you something. We don't do that. We are a very serious shrine. We are a very serious spiritual shrine. So if you want to do a consultation, you need to consult us, and we will consult the spiritual world on your behalf and let you know what's going on in your life. That's how we work at African Magic Temple. Thank you very much. Bokor Sofo Shamba. Musa, I say good evening, Papa. Good evening, Bokor. How are you? Thank you very much for joining today's section. I hope you and your loved ones are fine. Thank you. How is your mom and how is your dad? My regards to them all. I'm grateful. And what do you call him? Malcolm will reach out to you at the right time, because he said for him to drive to your place, it will be about 6 hours driving from where he is. And also, Melissa also told me she has reached out to you, and you have done some reading and some rituals. I pray that everything comes out very successful for both of you. I am grateful. And then we have someone with the name Antonia Natasha, sending love and wishes for a prosperous week to you and the family. Hello, Tonya, Natasha. Thank you very much for that message. We are very grateful. And I am also sending you love and prosperity to you and to your loved ones. I'm grateful. Have a wonderful day. And we have our sister, Umwabi. Say good evening, Daddy. Hello, Umwabi. Sir, how are you? Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm very grateful that you are joining. How is your mom? I hope everything is going on well with your children and yourself. We are very grateful that you joined today's section. Thanks a lot. Then Bokor Sofo Shamba Musa say thank you, Papa. You are very welcome, Bokor. Thank you. Look at what is happening. The thing is going on. That cable, does it have a problem, or is the port of the TV that has a problem?
Is the port, but when that's doing it, this is the light, and then I think the focus.
The light and the focus of the camera.
Yes.
That's what is making it to go on and off.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Now Marina has gone to the shrine, so he can. So you have to, if there's anything to do on that. Is the TikTok, yes, the camera?
It's just the TikTok.
Okay. No problem. We'll manage it. Thank you very much, Tonya. We are very grateful. And then Umabisa, we are very grateful to you. Bokor Shamba Musa, we are also grateful to you. Please post your questions and let me be able to answer some of them if I can answer. I'm grateful. Okay, if you cannot. That you do, and how are you and your loved ones? We are grateful to you. And we have Umwambisa say they are doing great, Papa. It's just that they are tormented by frogs. They are all over the house. Wow, frogs! Wow. So why wouldn't they put some net around the fence so that the frogs cannot jump it? I think if you put some net around the fence, they won't be able to enter. Or I don't know what people can use in destroying frogs. Either they have to dig a big hole and put water for them, then they all go inside that water and stay there. Then they will not be coming out and worrying people, because sometimes frogs also are going around looking for food. They're looking for little flies to eat. Yeah, that may be the case. But wherever there is frog, if you're not careful, snakes also will be coming, because snakes will want to eat the frogs. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but we'll keep praying for you. Say, and they only show up at night. Okay, so they should just make they are under rocks and stones and everything. I believe that's where they are, but they should just put some nets around the fence. Put a small net so that they will not be able to go through it. And they can also call people to come and spray the house so that they will run away. Yeah. And then we have Emmanuel sending us one rose flower. And then Emmanuel again said, fine, sir, to the end. And you, oh, we are also doing well. Thank you very much, Emmanuel. And then Emmanuel again sent us 2 rose flowers. We are grateful. And Nwabisa said, I will tell them, Papa. Okay, that's fine. They can get someone to spray the house, and the frogs will run away, because they may not like the smell, so they will run away. And then Balance is saying, Toboko, please, can I come see you? Yes, Balance, we are always around. But book an appointment, because I don't accept people just walking in without booking appointment, because I have other things that I do. Thank you very much. When you book an appointment and I know you are coming at this time, I will make time to see you. But if you just walk in on me, I may not be having the time you come, and I may not be able to attend to you. So our number is in our profile. We have also pinned it on the today's program. You can always pick it up and call and book an appointment. We will attend to you. And I've seen that is it Emmanuel sending us so many rose flowers. Move it, let's see. The imbalance, he said, okay, Papa. And then Emmanuel said, things are not going well for me now. Say, I don't know why. Yeah, this is the reason why you must find out why things are not going on well for you. This is a reason why we do check-in, we do spiritual consultation, or what most people in America call reading. It is when things are not in your favor, things are not going the way you wanted it to go. That is the time that you must find out what is blocking you from progressing, what is happening in your life before you are sick, what is happening in your life before you feel so low in everything. This is what it is. So I will advise you, Emmanuel, to book an appointment and do a reading and find out exactly what is going on in your life, and then do make the efforts to change it. And Emmanuel has sent us 2 rose flowers, and also he has also sent us another 3 rose flowers. We are very grateful to you, Emmanuel. Thank you very much. I think we have seen all this one. So next time, you people should set the cameras on this angle, because the monitor is here. So when I am looking here, I'm not looking directly into the camera. Do you understand? So next time, you set the camera at the side of the monitor. So when my face is looking here, I will be looking inside the camera directly. Otherwise, I look here, and then when I turn here, then it's my profile that is showing. Maybe another Sunday we do that. What is it? There's a question there. Question is 5 watching now. Start. Where is the question? Okay. We have a Ikela Wright. Is that not the name? Ikela Wright 4152 on YouTube. Say, good day, Papa. Can you please speak on Ori from the Afar perspective? Thanks and bless. Okay, you see the Eves, we don't have what we call Ori as in the Yoruba Ifa as such. Somehow, or I would say, however, the Ori is what we call a Taji, a Ta or Taji Voodoo. That means the spirits that come in your destiny. A Ta is your head, and I think your head means Ori in Yoruba. But for us, the Ori is more or less your destiny. So that's why we attend to destiny more than to say head. But inside your destiny is where we have what we call Taji Voodoo. A Taji Voodoo means the Voodoos that has come in your destiny, which the Yorubas call the Orisha, which means when you come into this world, you have certain spirits that are supposed to be working with you because they are part of your destiny. And I think people who talk about the Egbe, I have the Egbe. I don't know so much about Egbe because it's not inside Ewe traditional spirituality, which people speak about your heavenly partners and all that. We don't have it in our Ewe spirituality as such. However, we have things we call our ancestors who were once human beings on this earth, but they pass on into eternity and they become people to oversee us. And I believe that this spiritual husband, spiritual wife is more in the Egbe people who look on that traditional spirituality land. But in Voodoo, we don't have that very much in Voodoo. At least the things that I have studied, we don't have that much of a spiritual husband or spiritual wives. However, in each and everybody's destiny, which we may say it's Ori in the Yoruba concept, we came into this world with certain deities, certain spirits, and certain way of behavior and the things we should do in this life. And this usually would come out during your Afa initiation or Ifa initiation. It is in that initiation that you will know the entities, the deities, the spirits that came into this world with you. So, in the Ewe concept, in your destiny, we have spirits that had come into the world to work with you. And when you are initiated into Afa, your Oluo or your Toboko will be able to tell you by the oracle that came for you and explain to you what deities are in your destiny or which are your head spirits. And when you know them and you attend to them on the physical plane, you begin to see changes in your life. there are certain people that we have a Hebiaso, a so, which is the spirit of thunder, or the deity of thunder in Ewe cosmology. And I think that is called in the Yoruba concept Shango. Then we have in some people's destiny, we have the Egu, and that is called Ogun in the deity of iron, or the spirit of the metal iron. And then in some people, we have what we call the Mami water, which is also similar to the Yemaya or Yemaya in the Ifa tradition. And then we have what we call in some people, we have the Ajakpa, which is Ajakpa is the crocodile spirit, also is somehow connected to river or to river spirits or divinities of the rivers. That's Ajakpa, and I think that's the Olokun in Yoruba. I'm not very sure, but I think that is the Olokun. So in each person's head, or on each person's destiny, or in each person's destiny, or on each person's head, they are destined to work with certain kind of invisible entities or deities or spirits or voodoos or orishas, as you may call it in Yoruba. And knowing them helps you to navigate this world on a very positive note, because you will know what to do and what not to do. You will know what to eat and what not to eat, the things to associate with and what not to associate with. That's what the spirits on your Ori are usually spoken about. In the far perspective, we call them Taji Voodoo, mean your head spirits, the spirits that came in your destiny. No, I can do it. It didn't go through. Okay, thank you. So that is what I know about the Orisha, or the spirit as your head spirit in Ewe traditional Afa and traditional spirituality. So thank you very much, Ikela Wright 4152. We are grateful and thank you for that question. Thank you. Okay, let's move to another place. No, we have okay. Kwesi at Kwesi M say thank you, thanks. Move that thing from there, Papa. They are all doing well. Grateful, I'm grateful. Thank you. My regards to them all, Kwesi. Thank you very much. Let's see another. We are on a ReVodution Voodoo education, and we don't have any questions there today. And then on African Magic Temple on Facebook also, we do not have any more questions there. So we go back to our most useful platform where a lot of people ask questions, which is TikTok now. So we are going back there, and no, bring it down. There's some people sending us so many flowers, so we need to mention them. Bring it down, down. Okay, so okay, from there is fine. So we have what do you call him? Our brother Balance. Balance is saying thank you there. You have missed the this, can't see anything.
Sorry. I'm trying to clear it.
We have Emmanuel 100 dash. What is it? Dash gay? Is it go? or Guy. So Emmanuel Guy, that's the one. Emmanuel is asking questions. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, move it and increase the font so that I can be able to read it well.
Yes.
Don't miss anybody's question. Oh.
Yes.
Okay, let's go. We have read this one. Okay, let's go. Let's come down. Come down. Okay. Yeah, let's take it from there. We have Emmanuel saying, "What must I do?" I think I have already explained on the libation, but if you want to do consultation, please call the number and they will attend to you. And we have a Sofo Bokor Shamba Musa's Papa, please. How can I attach the herbs to my gumaga? Do you have all the herbs pounded with you, or the pounded herbs with you? If not, the ones that were inside the gumaga, if they fell off, you can try to just grind them. Okay, sometimes they fall off. So you can just grind the same, mix it with a little bit of water, and then you stick it back into the gumaga. By doing so, once it sticks inside, then it's fine. Let it dry well before you start to use the gumaga again. Thank you, Bokor Shamba Musa in Ohio. Thank you very much. And then Papa, is it wise to put all? Let's move. Let's see what is and is that all? Yeah, I answered it. I answered both already. Okay. That's why I was telling him to add to grind the herb back and then add water to it and stick it into the gumaga. And then our sister Mwabisi, Papa, is it wise to put or wear something with cowries? I like them so much. Oh, it is okay to wear cowries, but wearing cowries does not really change anything in your life. I have to be honest. What it will do is that people will look at you that you are connected to or you like African traditional spirituality. But wearing them doesn't really change anything in your life. It only identifies you with African traditional spirituality. The same way is people who just wear beads, beads of Shango or beads of any other deity to show people that they belong to that deity or they have some connection with the deity. But the beads by themselves does not do anything if you are not initiated into that deity and you are just wearing it for show. It has nothing to do with I think this our I don't know what's even there's nobody there.
It's on. It's still on.
So okay, you put it somewhere here. It should be. My voice can go there, right? Okay. So wearing cowries or wearing beads of particular deities or spirits does not really give you any power unless and until you are initiated into that particular deity or spirit or orisha. But by just wearing their beads doesn't change anything in your life. And I even sometimes wonder whether the deity itself knows you if you have not been initiated into it. By wearing its beads does not change anything. I've noticed that a lot of people in the diaspora who are now associated with African traditional spirituality, who have interest in African traditional spirituality, would love to be wearing all kind of beads, and they think that by wearing that beads, it makes those deities become closer to them. It is not true. Until and unless you are initiated into a particular deity, they don't know you. What about the people who are making the beads that you buy to put on your neck? Are you telling me that all the beads they are making of different deities, so those different deities are working with them? No, they are just artwork they are doing, and it has nothing to do with any deity. So when you go and buy such a paraphernalia and then hang on your neck and thinking that it has some power, it is not true. Until and unless you are initiated into that particular deity, you have nothing to gain from that deity. Somebody has to introduce you and probably give you the beads or the bracelets or the rings that goes along with that. That's what I know about spirituality. At African Magic Temple, we don't do things. But wearing cowries on your neck or in your hair, on your wrist or wherever, on your ankles, is nice in the sense that it makes people to look at you that you love your culture. You love Africa, you love your people, you love your tradition, you love your spirituality, but it does not actually change anything in you. Thank you very much, our sister Umwabi, for that question. And Emmanuel says, I really want to know more about myself. Please help me, sir. I think I have already answered that question. Book an appointment and they'll do a reading, consultation, or check-in, and you will know about yourself. Thank you very much. Then we have Halloween. It's a hello, Baba. Are you familiar with Akasel? I've never heard the name before. I don't know what it is. Thank you very much. Let's move on. And then we have Blue Star became the number 5 in the fan club. Thank you very much, Blue Star. And then Blue Star sent Heart Me ×1. And Halloween also sent us Rose Flower ×1. And then we have Liz Towell as Samoa following the host. And then Annalisa Mohammed. One say, good afternoon, Father. Can you pray for me, please? Yes, I pray before I start the program, and then I'll pray again when we are done. But if you want us to play a special prayer for you, please send in your request to our WhatsApp, to the number on WhatsApp, and we will pray for you. And then Annalisa Mohammed said, I am Annalisa Mohammed from Trinidad. You are very much welcome, Annalisa. Thank you very much for being on today's program. Send your prayer request to our WhatsApp number. It's already in there. You can find our number in our profile, and then we can pray for you. Thank you very much. But prayer alone doesn't solve problem. You always need to do spiritual consultation to know what is going on in your life, and then the necessary follow-up directives that the spirit will give you. And when you do that, you see changes in your life. Because traditional spirituality, African traditional spirituality for that matter, is a practical thing. It's not based on faith, and it is not based on belief. It's a practical experiment and experience. Thank you very much. And then let's move up. And then we have I am Tonya, Natasha. They both work very well for me. Okay, thank you. That's nice. We agree. Thank you very much. And then we have Nwambi Sa saying thank you. No, you are pressing somewhere. You are pressing on something. That's why it's coming like that. You don't need to press the logo. If you press the logo, that's what will happen. Okay, we are here. Bring it down. Bring it down. No. I have not read that one up. That's why I'm saying that I bring it down. Okay, we have Annalisa Mohammed said, "Can you help me, please, Father? I hemorrhagic cyst. I have a hemorrhagic cyst. I know if hemorrhagic cyst, please help me, please." So this is what Annalisa is saying, that she has that problem of hemorrhagic cyst. I don't know what it is. I'm not a medical officer, so I cannot tell. But then I think we can look it up later in the dictionary to find what that one is. Yes, we will pray for you, but as I was just saying before the listen went off, is that prayer alone doesn't solve problems. In African traditional spirituality, we are not, African traditional spirituality is not based on faith and belief. African traditional spirituality is based on practical experiment and experience. It's not a faith-based spirituality or religion where you just believe that the gods will come to assist you just because you are wearing their paraphernalia, or you are just calling them, "Oh, come and help me," like in Christianity and Islam, where things are just you believe and it works. African traditional spirituality is not based on such. It's a very practical thing. So you have to always find out what is happening, what is causing the problem you are having, and then what to do to overcome them. It is not just prayer. However, we will pray for you. Thank you very much, Annalisa Mohammed in Trinidad. Please move on now. Let's see. Say like Listowell Asamoah said, "Please, what will I need to let a river help me?" I don't know what you need to let a river help you. There are so many thousands of rivers in the world. How would I know what you will need to let a river to help you? Go to a spiritual person. Go to a Bokor. Let them do a reading for you and tell you what you can do. Thank you. And then Halloween, say, "Hello, Baba. Are you familiar with Akase?" I said, "No, I don't know. I've never heard it before." And our sister Umabisa said, "Thank you, Daddy. Thank you too." And then Annalisa Mohammed is saying, "I'm from Trinidad." There we read that one. And then our Antonia Natasha said they both work very well for me. That's fine. And then Annalisa was also again, this one we read them already. And then earlier to all this, Annalisa said, "Good afternoon, Father. Can you pray for me, please?" Yes, we'll pray for you. We prayed earlier and we will still pray for you when we are done. And then we have Emmanuel. He says, "I really want to know more about myself. Please help me. Please do a spiritual consultation. I cannot help you because I don't even know you. You too, you don't know me. You are only seeing me on this program. Doesn't mean you know me or I know you, whereby I can say, okay, I'll be helping you. Do a consultation and find out what is going on in your life. And then whatever the spirit will say they should do and help you, we will." Okay, we have read, and then Wabisi Papa, "It is wise to put it on calories, like we have said. Shamba Musa, we have spoken about that. Let's move on." And then Emmanuel will say, "What must I do?" I think we have gone through that, and so things are not going on well. Do a reading. And then I think we have read all this in there. No. Wait, just go up. Don't continue bringing it. Move it up. Move it up, because if you are mixing the things, we have gone through all this thing already. Do it slowly. Okay, so now we have our sister Uwabisa in the South Africa said, Papa, I received a call on Friday, offered a post senior than the one I have, waiting for outcome. We continue praying for you, and we will hope that things will be okay. The best thing you can do is whatever the spirit world had told you to do, try to do them, and all that you are looking for, they will fix it and you will be okay. Thank you very much. And then we have a list well as someone saying thanks a lot. Thank you too. And then a Blue Star, I say, how can I go about getting consultation? Our numbers are there. Pick our number, make a call. And when they pick your call, make all the inquiries you need about consultation and any other thing that you want to know. Thank you very much. And then the Blue Star and the price, move on. And the price, our consultation price is in Ghana is 500 Ghana cedis plus 2 bottles of Bombay Sapphire Dry Gin. That's what we take for our consultation. However, if you are outside the borders of Ghana, our consultation is $165 US. Thank you very much, Blue Star. Let's move on. Then Wabisa said, from another interview I went again last week, that one is the one I really want. They say a bird in hand is worth 1,000 in the bush. If you are doing something and bringing money to you, it's better than to be sitting down and not getting anything at all. So you count 1 before you count 2. Whatever is available now and wants you to work with them, go to that place. At least you will be making money rather than to be waiting for the one you like most. And if they don't call you, it is only a dream and an illusion. So if the people are ready to employ you and they are ready to pay you money, go ahead and take that one while looking for a better opportunity in the future. That is my advice. And then I said, Wabisa says, so I'm so grateful to meet you, Daddy. And once everything will go smooth, for sure, we know it will. And then Blue Star say US dollar. Yes, we take US dollar when you are outside the borders of Ghana. And then Wabi say, I mean all the rituals that were shown during our consultation. Yes, we will do them once you are ready. Thank you very much. And then JB, biggest designer, said, Baba, I want to see your location. Our location is on the Spinters Road in Accra. You can find us on Google Map, Google location, and also you have to book an appointment before you see us. I'm grateful. Move on. Is that finished? Okay, we have Saint Bible 4. I say, Papa, good evening. Good evening, Saint Bible 4. How have you been? It's been a while. Hope you are doing well. My regards to you and your loved ones. You are very welcome to the program. I have a sorry Abibi man saying Medugbe Togbi Mako Egbe now. Abibi man Mako Egbe now. Look at me for me awezo. Akpebobore be enjoy me abe program. Ne enyare la shiwo be anamia. Alo nyare le be abiamia. Na kwedora. Mia agble. Akpe. And then we have Ikela Wright, 4152, say thank you for your response, Papa, can you please speak on the Dambala spirits and how they are connected to individual people and families? Bless you. I am very sorry, I don't know so much about the Dambala. We in Ewe called Ewe, which is an original Voodoo place before it goes into the diaspora. We don't call it Dambala, we call it Da. If it is a Da spirit you are talking about, then it's the Voodoo Da. But the Dambala, I'm not very familiar with Dambala. I have heard the name before, but I am not very familiar whether they are talking about Voodoo Da or there's a different deity or spirit called Dambala. I don't know so much. So what I don't know how to talk about it. I don't want to deceive myself, and I don't want to deceive people who listen to me. Thank you very much. So we have Antonia Natasha. Is it difficult to learn Ewe? It depends. People learn languages. If you have interest in a particular language, you can easily learn it. Even if it's difficult, you will learn it. No language is easy. If no one teaches you, you cannot know it. But there are some people with good ears, like my friend Elizabeth, who just by listening to watching television and watching a Thai movie could begin to speak some Thai language, and I was so surprised. So there are people who have that kind of ability. But if you are not that kind of person, then you need to study it and focus on it. And when you focus on a particular thing that you want to do, whether it's a language or skill or talent, when you focus and practice, you will know. And then Tonya Natasha said that before one becomes a Bokor, I would assume you would have to speak Ewe. No, you don't need to speak Ewe to become a Bokor at all, because most of the teachings that we teach these days are all in English. They will translate everything for you in English for you to be able to understand. And it is not necessarily that you have to be speaking Ewe to be able to work your initiation into Afa. No. There are so many books and there are so many teachers all over the world who are teaching. What you need to know is to know what your destiny is and what you are supposed to do in this world. And you can do it in any other language. You don't need it to do it in Ewe. However, yes, during initiation, the teachers who would team up with me to teach, some speak Ewe, and maybe they speak only Ewe. But that's where myself and African Magic Temple Bokors are involved, are there to translate what the other teachers who will be helping me to initiate are saying, and you will definitely understand it in the language that you speak best. Thank you very much. So, Tonya Natasha, it is not difficult to become, you don't need to speak Ewe to become a Bokor. However, if you have interest in Ewe language, I call it the language of God. I will say it is good for you to learn it if you have interest so that you can speak the language of God. Thank you. And then we have Liberation Mary. Say, Papa, good evening, long time. Hello, Mary. How are you? Thank you very much. I don't know which Mary is this one, but Liberation Mary, I don't know whether I have another name for you, but you said long time, then means you know me, and then it's been a while. Thank you very much for joining today's section. I'm grateful. And then we have St. Bible 4. Bring it down. We have St. Bible 4. Say, Papa, please, how Voodoo do you, how Voodoo do you, how do you do your Voodoo in your shrine, and how do work with all of them? Okay, I have so many Vodus and I work with them just like how I interact with other human beings. There are so many human beings that I know in this world, and I interact with them at the times that they want. I need to interact with them, and I interact with them comfortably. And the same way I interact with my Vodus. I have so many, but then even on this table we have few. But this is just nothing. But then to someone who doesn't know anything about Voodoo, they will think that this is too many. There are so many Vodus that I even lost count of them. But I work with them when it is time to work with them. So to work with Voodoo is not a very big deal. It is your honesty and your straightforwardness that will make the Voodoo to be able to work with you and be straight with you. So I work with my Vodus at my shrine with no problem. My children work with them with no problem. My students work with them with no problem. Thank you very much, Saint Bible, for that question. I'm grateful. And we have Pretty Nancy. Say good evening, sir. Hello, Pretty Nancy. How are you? Thank you for joining the section. I hope you are good, and I hope your loved ones are also good. Thank you very much. And then we have Asamani. 1S is saying greetings to us. Greetings to you, Asamani 1S. We are grateful that you joined. Hope you're fine and your loved ones are doing well too. And then we have Antonia Natasha say, I'm grateful that after so many years, I was able to, please move it, let me see. After so many years, I was able to consult with Bokor Sena. That's very grateful. We are grateful to you that you were able to consult Bokor Sena. And I hope, and I know that he probably would have told you what you want to know. Yeah, definitely, because the African Magic Temple is the same everywhere. We train people to be the best of the best. Thank you very much, Tony and Natasha there. And then we have Kwasi Fred. Say good evening, sir. Thank you very much, Kwasi. How are you? Thank you for joining the section. I hope you're fine and your loved ones are fine too. And then we have Antonia Natasha say, yes, he did. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Because Fred has just sent us 3 rose flowers, sent us rose flowers times 5. Wow. Thank you all very much for these gifts. We are grateful. Bokor, come and see the phone. There are certain things on the phone, and it's not very bright for me, but I think if it's okay in your side, then it's fine. What are those? Or these are just people's.
So you can invite someone.
No. Don't worry yourself. Yeah, thank you. If anyone wants to talk and interact with talking, go on Clubhouse, and we can communicate on Clubhouse. But we don't communicate directly on this because it will take a lot of people's time away, and it will not be the best for us. We have not been doing it. So if you want to communicate with us, you can go on Clubhouse, and on Clubhouse we can open the mic for you to be able to speak or ask your question if you want to ask question audio. Yeah. Okay, so we have a Kwasi Fred saying, I'm good, sir. We thank God for life. Thank you very much. Okay, there is someone here with the house members. We have somebody with a Don Minkle said, I don't know whether he wants to talk or he wants to send a message. Please check it and let me know. Okay, so I think Ikela Wright said that is talking about the Dambala is the spirits that present as snakes. Yes, so we call it Voduda. And Voduda, yes, I'll be with you in a moment. Please bring this to me here so that I can. So we call it Da, Voduda. So if it is called in Haitian Voodoo, Dambala, and other things, then it's the same. The snake spirit is a snake spirit when it appears in your reading or it is in your head spirit. There are things that have to be done to initiate you into Voduda, and it works, and you work with it. I'm not too much into Voduda. It's only I have it as a. I don't have the Voduda as a deity in my shrine, but when it comes in people's reading, I attend to them by going to Togbe at the or wherever the Voduda wants to be fed, we do it. But I don't have a Voduda as a. These are Yeve spirits. I'm not a member of the Yeve society. Yes, a person on the Clubhouse, please, can you go ahead and talk, please? Is it Tonya? Don Michael is gone. He's no more here. Don Michael is no more here. So the microphone is on, and we don't have the Don Michael here anymore.
Okay.
Or is there?
Then she's gone. Okay. Tonya can now speak.
Okay, Tonya, if you want to speak, you can.
Hi, Papa. How are you?
I am good, and how are you too, Tonya?
I'm good.
How are the kids?
The girls are good. They're getting big, so it's a challenge, but
Thank
I'm
God.
managing.
Oh, that's good. That's
Yes.
fine. That's fine. Thank you very much for joining.
Yeah. So that was my concern. My concern is how can you be Bokor and not speak Ewe? Because I've been more exposed to Yoruba, right? But when I'm listening, I find that when I'm connecting with people in the diaspora and they're practicing, half the times they don't know what they're actually saying. Like a lot of the praises and the translations are off. Whether that's because they lost it through the 400 years or they were never taught properly.
Sure.
I'm like, how can you practice properly if you don't understand the language?
Okay, when you are initiated into Fa, of course the language is basically in every language.
Okay.
But whatever we teach, we try to translate it into English for people who speak English to be able to understand the meaning of what they are saying. That's the same way when we do the destiny rituals. Also, we translate we put the Ewe incantations, and then we translate this incantation, the meaning of the incantation, into English. So whenever a person is saying those words, they have a point of reference where to refer to what they are saying, and they can understand. One thing with Ewe Afa is not like the Yoruba Afa where there's too much of just worshiping. Because in the Yoruba Afa that is very common in the diaspora is more about people dancing and singing songs and saying appellations. The Ewe Afa is not like that. It is more practical in the sense that you ask the Afa through consultation, and the Afa tells you what to do. And then you do them and you see result. Whether you are dancing or you are singing or you are not singing or you are not dancing, the result will be the same. So we in Ewe Afa, we don't do too much of worshiping because we don't look at Afa as a religion. We look at Afa as spirituality. And religion and spirituality are two different things. Religion is based on faith, where you believe and you have faith and things work. The Ewe Afa is not based on faith and belief. It is based on the practicality. When you do a reading, whatever is in the reading is what you follow. And when you follow them, you see results. whether you are dancing or you put so many things on your neck or you are not wearing white cloth or whatever, it does not matter. It will give you results. That's how it is. So the language is important, but it is, if without the language, without you really understanding the language, you can still work things and they'll work for you.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
understand that.
So I'm really struggling with what to do.
Yeah, I
I'm really
understand
struggling.
that. I
And I think-
understand that the Yoruba version, or the Yoruba, which is the original Ifa, most of the people in the diaspora just learn the Yoruba language, and then they are speaking it in a way to prove to other people that they know so much. But I have not really noticed so much progress on their side as far as Ifa is concerned. They still don't know how to work the Ifa to work for them. They know how to sing and dance, but they still have some challenges in working the Ifa to work for them. Unless, of course, they are in the hands of good teachers like Nathan Lugo. I don't know whether you know him, but
No.
Baba Nathan Lugo, who is a very, 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 very versed in Yoruba language, even though he's from the US and from the Hispanic line, but he is very, very good in Ifa and also in the Yoruba language. So a person like that can break things down for you and probably also work out things for you to be able to know what you are saying when it comes to the Yoruba Ifa. But then in the Ewe Afa, we will use Ewe language as the base, but we also break it down for you in English so that you can understand and can work with it anywhere, anytime. It does not, language is not a barrier.
Okay. So can you, how easy is it to work as a Bokor in seclusion?
You can work
Just
as a
because
Bokor after you get initiated into Fa. You need to be trained if you want to become a priestess. It is not just after initiation that you can just become a priestess. The initiation is the first point of introduction to the practice. And if you want to be able to, work the oracle, the Ifa oracle, to be able to work for you, and want to be a priestess or a priest, then you need to be trained. If you look at my children, my son Sena and my son Bokopele and Bokosena, they don't actually speak Ewe that much. They speak English, they speak Chinese, they speak Spanish, they speak Portuguese, and they speak Japanese and French. But they don't speak Ewe very much. They understood because of the many years of being with me. They can understand Ewe, but they can now, if they want to reply Ewe words, they speak in English to explain it. And if you look at Bokor Shamba Musa, who is now become Osofo Shamba Musa, he does not speak Ewe very well. He's in America, and he is able to be doing a reading for people and be able to do rituals because he took training. So when you want to be a priest or a priestess, after initiation, you have to be trained over some time to be able to understand how to work the oracle in your own favor and for the betterment of humanity. That's what it is. So it's not just by initiating you that you become a Baba or a Nifa or no. We don't do it like that. We all train again if we want to be a priest. So some people got Afa, but they are not priests. They got Fa in order to know their destiny in this current lifetime and to know what they can do to live comfortably with nature or live in harmony with nature. So when they are initiated, they can be in other professions and all this, and they are doing very well in whichever profession they chose. They are not priests that are doing consultation for other people, but they are okay because they know what to do with their life and what to do in their lives to be able to be successful. So it is not all the people who are initiated into Afa or into Ifa are supposed to become priests and priestesses that do consultation for others. However, a person who is interested in becoming a priest or a priestess needs to be trained to become a priestess, because the training does not only include knowing the odus and their stories, but it also includes knowing the herbs to use. Each oracle has its own rituals, things that has to be used, the type of herbs that has to be used, and also sometimes the songs that go with it and the stories that go with each odu or afadu that has fallen. And that cannot be known just within a day or 4 days, 5 days of initiation. You cannot know all these things. So when a person has the desire to be a priest or a priestess, the person needs to learn again.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And by the time that you have learned all in training, you will definitely pick some Ewe words, and you will also be able to translate certain things for yourself and for other people.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for that question, because there are so many people probably will be wanting to ask this question, but they don't. They are shy to ask. But when you ask, it helps and benefit all of us. Thank you very much. My regards to the whole family. Okay, so we go back. Okay, so we go back to TikTok, and we have Umwabi say, "Let me leave, Papa. I have an early morning tomorrow." Okay, Umwabi, thank you very much for your contributions, and I wish you a very good evening and a very good day tomorrow. Thank you. And then we have what again? Who is there? I didn't ask any question there. Okay, so we have Unaya Namadi following the host, and Nana Ekuya also joining, but it just left, and then some other people are joining. Please ask questions so that I can answer them for you. Okay, we have answered that one already. Okay, I think we are done. Do some small video, and then in the next 20 minutes I'll close. Oh no, 20 minutes is long. Maybe in the next 15 minutes we should close.
Can I play the same video?
Yes, you can play.
I will not play this one, her part.
Okay.
Our part.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not. Hey, sorry, you. I'm a born 20 euro. 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 I'm a born 20. Yeah, 20.
No, but those guys, they're not serious. How can you be? That is like shutting your office and think people will still come to your store. Because your WhatsApp is your office, really. It's for you.
Yeah, so I'm going to put you there. It's your time. I'm a gash really. Estelina, I'm a gash Malaysia. They are not supposed to. Bokor, it is the people that call them a gash. They are not supposed to be setting up a set, and they are the ones setting up a set for people. They don't know how to do it. So if you are Bokor, you can now learn this process. You can set up a set for everybody because you are a Bokor proper, and it will work. Now so many people will say they are Amagashi. They are all Greek stars.
I'm a guy's wife.
I'm a guy's wife.
But you see, when you don't get business, then it's a devil.
Sorry. You and let me talk and then we can. Check Africa Magic Temples. ReVodution. And there is a ReVodution doesn't have anything today.
Okay, so I think we are almost at 6:30, 18:30 here in Ghana, and I think we've been here from 3 p.m. right? So we are now here about 3 hours, including the videos plus my live where I am present physically. Would like to use this opportunity now to say thank you to all of you for being here with us. Thank you for all your contributions, your greetings, and your questions. I'm very grateful, and I will close today's section until next Sunday, God willing. I will be with you again. So please prepare your questions and then put them down. And when we are on, you will be alerted and you will know, and then you can post your questions even before I come to sit, and then I'll be able to answer them for you. It's been a great day, a great evening, a great afternoon, depending on where you are. Again, with African Magic Temple and ReVodution Voodoo Education, we teach about African traditional spirituality, especially Ewe Vodu, and that's what we discuss. Sometimes we go into Afa and Ifa and into Kabbalah and into all other spiritual practice, Hinduism, Shinto, and other things. But our main teachings are about our tradition, Ewe traditional spirituality, especially Voodoo. So I pour water for my ancestors. And those of you who do not know how to pour libation, please, you can have a look at what we are going to do. And you can pour libation in your rooms. Just get a bowl like I have here, and you can pour libation to your ancestors, to your dear one, your friends, and to people who you care about who had passed on. Oh, ago, medo ago zeto, meda kwena mauga sobolisa, meda kwena mauga kitikata medo kwena mauga ese. Emeyo abochi sakraka mecho avabe adogo okoto kolido nko awo kunu maku agbero nugbero tobe yo ale acho franta mani ofifini kuma sinkra okofito jabaku ocho tu akofi ocho hen kofi atra kable godogo meyo mi apiti meyo tobe ahugba tobe gba vodo to tora ho ebubu maya sakpasa gidi kunyo hoto koshinyo hoto kere ku meyo mi yemeyo ayingba majo fla fokla ingba madu arika nya vle me mateku tega yemeyo jopata jomaku meyo ra keke me da pe yo akan gbechi obe kan me do ape na mi opete meyo sugu me sugbojo obe anyi ha meyo mi keke meyo brabo ao meyo mi apete dagbe ji meyo mi ro meyo vodu opete program to be pechuma nyamli samboto meyo ra keke yo to be glim do be pocho ji me ko abeja meyo to be klogo hoho tichia mi opete yo ablakpo meyo nyanya be meyo zadagli pekle to keke vikomenyo la tata ni menya. And the people who had been on this program and many others who have not been able to come today, may you give them good health, give them strength, and may the coming week be a successful week for them. There is a lady called Annalisa Mohammed in Trinidad. She's going through health challenges. May the ancestors of Annalisa Mohammed come to her aid and support her through the challenges that she's going through. Opo harai na milotobu fie keminede nyato yasebe na milo nyano mi ayome nyano ngogbe na mi nyanyi jobi bia no tanami megana fene krile mi o megana dona wu mi o asine di dona ba keke mene fane mi nolo godo mi awele ngogbe mi lo mi ayome enyi me no ngogbe na bere akadamo nenyi le ngogbe na kale do ko ko me enyi yo enyi be vovolie akpena mi. Thank you all very much for today. We are closing today's section, and I wish you all a very successful week. May the ancestors continue to be with you. May your ancestors continue to be with you. And may our friend and sister Annalisa Mohammed that lives in Trinidad get healing through the powers of her ancestors. Akpe.